allowed to have a camera.
You're never gonna let me hear the end of this.
Look, the look of sheer and adulterated terror on your face when that sweet little manta ray swam up next to you.
Hey. From my angle, and I was looking up, it looked like a big shark, and it was big enough to eat me whole.
Well, it would have spit you right back out because they're plankton feeders, Ted. You are looking a little green around the gills, though.
I'm a geologist, not an oceanographer. What do you want to eat tonight? When we have the dinner in the Islander room, they have conch chowder. It's supposed to be pretty good. You know, speaking of shellfish, they're taboo any month with an R in it.
You mean R for Rafe, don't you?
Why are you holding on to that? It's only putting you down.
I don't know. Maybe it's because it's a connection to something. Don't ask me to what.
Look, 5 minutes ago, you were laughing your head off because you pushed me into a bed of sea urchins. I'd be willing to bet you that Rafe was the last thing on your mind.
Well, you'd win your bet.
So do the math. Stay here with me, and you can let your blues float away off into the sunset. What do you say, Lily? You be my island girl.
How's that cut? Did you have somebody look at it?
Well, I tried to get her to go, but your mom's as stubborn as I am.
It's nothing. It's not even a scratch.
Well, I still feel bad about not being here when it happened.
Quit fussing. Would you quit fussing, please, and go get the Scrabble board?
You have to make it a twosome. I'm sorry, but I have to go over to BJ's stuff in there.
Oh, that reminds me. I've got something. You know, I'm going to give her something. Remind me to give it to you before you leave. And while we're at it, let's just make an appointment for our dinner this week. If I can find my appointment book, which was right here. It's not here. Ken, did you move my appointment book by any chance? Do you know where it is? Have you seen it?
No, you must have left it somewhere else.
Don't talk to me like that. I'm not a child. I know exactly where I left it. I left it right here.
Come in.
I tried the courthouse. The bailiff said you'd be here.
Just tying up a few loose ends before I hand the reins over to Dad. You're still talking to me. That's encouraging.
Well, don't get carried away until you find out why.
How about topping the agenda with a kiss?
Oh, stay right where you are. Proximity just complicates things.
You were good today.
I was angry.
Never could resist a righteous woman.
I suppose that's better than being self-righteous, not to mention smug and condescending.
Is that what I was?
I didn't come here to debate the debate. Believe it or not, Mason, there are problems in this world more pressing than ours.
So there are. B.J. Walker's trial being among them. I just got word today that I've been appointed presiding judge.
Which brings us right to the heart of the matter. Warren has asked me to represent B.J. Any objections, Your Honor?
Does Julia think we have a case?
She hasn't decided if she's going to take it yet.
What's with we, Dad? You think I'm guilty.
Honey, I never said I thought you were guilty.
You think I killed Frank, so let's not quibble over words. Warren, it's crowded in here. I'll meet you in the garden.
BJ, wait. Honey, I've been worried sick about you, and so is your mother. You don't see us, you won't take our calls, and we need to talk.
Why? So you can come here and try to get me to cop a guilty plea the way my ex-lawyer tried to do?
No, so we can lay the facts on the table and examine them piece by piece, just like Connor McCabe's going to do. Now, our best defense in this case is preparation. And if you did kill Frank...
If? Well, that's a big improvement over a foregone conclusion. It's no consolation, Dad.
PJ, please.
Please what? Come around? Give up? Give in? Do you have any idea how much it hurts? Knowing that you and Mom, number one, think that I could have killed somebody, and number two, not remember doing it? That not only makes me crazy, but homicidal. Great options, huh, Dad? What would you rather be?
It was one of those October nights we get in Santa Barbara. The air was heavy with the smell of jasmine and money. Not enough, just too much. You had the feeling if you walked out into the street, you might trip over a corpse or a drunken debutante. So you took your time getting dressed in the morning.
You'd better take one more for the road, McCabe. You're under arrest.
She was one of those dames you see at the club or the races, dangling from the arm of a millionaire with a heart condition and term life insurance. But I didn't care. All I saw were two legs that wouldn't quit and two eyes looking down at me like something she'd scraped off the bottom of her shoe. I was in love.
I said, you're under arrest.
You can't arrest a guy for what he's thinking.
Don't strain yourself, McCabe. You're a wanted man.
By who, sister?
Me? I'm bringing you in for child abandonment.
You got the wrong guy, sweetheart. I ain't got a kid.
That's what they all say.
He was the kind of pooch that made you realize the average dog is nicer than the average Joe. The way he looked at you with those great, big, cuddly eyes made you glad your heart was paper trained.
Look familiar?
Uh-huh. This is him. It's not like I dumped the poor mutt. I left it with you and Cruz took a powder. I figured you could use a few laughs.
Oh, stop it, McCabe. You're breaking my heart. Besides, the law's the law.
Oh, don't be a sap. You're just sore because I tried to make time with you.
In your dreams.
In yours. If I could gum up the works for Castillo, I'd give you a real run for your money, doll face.
Tell it to the judge, McCabe. Come on, Bogey. Let's blow this joint.
Put the skids on, sweetheart. That's it? Goodbye?
Not quite. Looks like I caught you with your pants down. You want me? Just whistle. You know how to whistle, don't you? You just push your lips together and blow.
Well, we'll knock that around some other time, Angel.
I've got to get a real job. Oh.
Is this what you're looking for?
That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'd like to know how it got there.
Well, I confess I did it. I also rearranged the furniture while you're sleeping so you bump into it and get up during the night.
You're crazy. Or I'm crazy because I laid this book out on this desk. And I did it for a reason.
For our dinner.
Yes! For our dinner. What night is good for you?
I need to check with BJ first and find out when the trial's starting, okay? And I'll
Oh.
get back to you. I gotta go. Oh, I need to remind you about something you have for Beach, right?
Right! I have something. I'll be right back.
I'm really glad you're here. Sophia loves having you here. I'd take any chance I could to get to know you better.
Well, we got lots of time for that, don't we?
Yeah, sure we do. For the first time in a long time, I'm really looking forward to the holidays this year, spending time with Sophia and the kids and, you know.
Yeah. Well, we're a much smaller family than we once were.
I guess I stuck my foot in it, didn't I? Should have known better. Thanksgiving and Christmas is going to be kind of tough on you with Cruz gone.
It's okay. I'm going to be fine. I'm very grateful that I have my family. It'll be okay.
I hope there's a place for me in there somewhere. That's what I was trying to say.
May I give you some advice?
Sure, yeah.
Don't try so hard.
Just to show you that I'm still somehow in the loop. This is from Armandi's new collegiate collection. I hope she likes it.
She will.
Okay.
This is beautiful.
Great.
It's very thoughtful of you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
See you later.
Thanks a lot, and I'll call you. Bye.
Stop by anytime now. The door's always open. And I'll, remember your advice.
Good night.
Good night.
What advice?
Spoil you rotten. Love you forever. Let you beat the pants off of me when we play Scrabble.
Okay, I'll get that. You get the Scrabble board
Okay.
and prepare yourself for a very drafty evening.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
It's the wrong number?
No, they hung up.
Well, I certainly don't think you need a chaperone here. Or a referee.
So why did you really come here, Dad?
Because I miss you, sweetheart.
What's to miss? If I am who you think I am, why would you want to have anything to do with me?
I know who you are, okay? And I know the world is a better place without Frank Goodman in it.
It's not for us to decide, is it?
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it was for you to decide. I don't know. But I do know this. No matter what happened, nobody blames you.
You still can't say it. You don't believe me when I tell you that I did not kill Frank. I don't know how I can put it any other way to make it real to you, Dad. I even took a lie detector test at my own instigation. Doesn't that mean anything?
Not if you're blocking it. Honey, there are still parts of the night that Frank died that you can't account for.
And I'm working on it. Warren and Skylar are helping me.
I know, honey. I know you're working on it. And you're gonna get there. And when you do, I want you to remember this. If it was you, there was provocation. That means self-defense. And anybody can see that.
Except you can't see your way clear to trust me, can't you?
I know in your heart that you don't believe you killed Frank.
That's not the same as you believing me.
You know, maybe I'm going about this all wrong. Maybe I should just lie to BJ and tell her that I don't think she shot Frank.
I think you know your daughter better than that. She'd know you were lying.
But you believe her, don't you?
That's not really the point here, is it?
Isn't it? You're all she has left. And if I can't be there for her and give her what she needs, I'd just soon it be you.
There was a time when you didn't feel that way.
Maybe it's time we cleared a few things up. There's something that I think you need to know about me, and now's as good a time as any.
Why would I want to stay here, Ted? Blue skies, the most gorgeous beaches I've ever seen. Sleep all day. Lie under a canopy of stars at night. Reach right out and put one right in your pocket. Who needs it?
You do.
Well, maybe for a day or a week. But I got an itch that needs a scratching. You know what I mean? It's my work back home.
Lily, no offense, but designing jeans is not exactly brain surgery.
Maybe not, Ted, but it's a part of my life. It's a good part. And I'm good at it. And I want to take it as far as I can, and I want to see where it takes me.
Okay. But what are you gonna do about him when you get home?
I'm not going to do anything. It's already been done. And 2,000 miles and countless Mai Tais have given me an entirely new perspective on life. Courtesy of Ted Caplo Tours.
Ted, you captained me through some pretty stormy times and some very rough weather. Thanks.
I feel like I'm on a lost episode of Fantasy Island.
Look, boss, the plane. Oh, it's only Dreyfus. Dreyfus. Hi, my man.
Good evening, miss. Good evening, sir. I thought you might be in need of a little liquid refreshment.
Well, thank you, Dreyfus.
My pleasure, sir.
Except for I want
Did
lemons.
Did the gift shop have my magazine?
Naturally, miss.
Thank you.
What's that?
Well, this is the latest issue of Stylish Woman. They did a spread on Gina jeans, and they named my mom and I mother and daughter of the year.
You never mentioned anything like
Yeah, well, I wanted to see how the picture turned out. I mean, if I look like a pig, then this is definitely going in the back of my desk
that. Well,
drawer.
let me see, bossy.
Well, no, hold on a second.
Well, just let me see it. Hey, oh, wait, if my best friend is gonna be among the rich and famous in this world, I gotta make sure of a few things. Okay. Well, here we go. Blah, blah, blah. Among the cutting edge of the fashion trade. Blah,
Oh.
blah, blah. There's-
You skipped the entire part where it gives me all the credit of coming up with the safe sex gene.
But they forgot to mention modest.
I must say, Miss Lily, I am most impressed.
Thank you, Dreyfus, very much. You see that, Ted? Now maybe you understand why I have to get back home.
And why you can't.
Don't just stand there. Call out the repartee, bandy the badinage. Chortle, cajole, plead. Just say something.
Well, it goes without saying that you turned it down.
On the contrary, I told them I'd take the case.
If you do, Julia, it'll be for all the wrong reasons.
I don't see it that way.
Well, then just see reason, Julia. It's political grandstanding of the most contrived sort. Your logic being, of course, if you win this case for BJ, you're feathering your own judicial nest with the electorate.
That is a cynical thing to say. I didn't even give this election one thought.
Well, then you're best advised, I think, to put your priorities in order, because according to this editorial, your performance at today's debate was a little less than stellar.
Let me see this. This is not a newspaper. This is Angela Cassidy's right-wing propaganda sheet. Oh, here's a choice piece of journalistic excellence. Out of a possible 10 GOP elephants, I rated it 2.
Which spells peanuts at the polls.
Which spells nothing. Because on the way over here, the radio gave the results of the straw poll taken by Warren's newspaper, and the readership was squarely behind me.
So now you're going to use BJ's defense as a tiebreaker.
For your information, I wasn't going to take this case until right this very minute, and I resent like hell your your accusation that I would do this for political gain.
But it's not that far-fetched, Julia. Politicians have done much more in the name of a lot less.
I am not a politician, but I do know how the game is played. And I wish that I had somebody like me on my side when I went up against Ash Nichols. The way things worked out, I didn't get the verdict that I expected or that I deserved, but I have a shot now to help BJ, and I'm going to take it. She's going through hell right now. I know what that feels like, and I know the way out.
All right, Julia. I cannot fight you and City Hall both. But there is a glitch. With me as the presiding judge, you as the attorney for the defense, both of us living under the same roof.
I've already thought about that.
The question of confidentiality does rear its ugly head. People assuming that you and I are discussing this case behind closed doors. You're using your highly persuasive feminine wiles to prejudice me in your favor. you know, prejudiced.
So we'll just have to make some sacrifices for the greater good.
You'll give up the case?
Don't be silly. I'll move out.
To put this in perspective, the last time I admitted that I was wrong, I had just voted for Jimmy Carter.
I understand.
I was wrong about you. Oh, I admit in the beginning I didn't think you were worthy of wiping BJ's shoes.
Grace, I can't blame you a bit. I acted like an idiot around you more times than once.
No, I still gave you a bad deal. I mean, I know a lot of it had to do with me being a cop and you being a member of the Fourth Estate, but thank God when I tried to run you off, you stood your ground, and you were here when BJ needed you. I don't think she'd have gotten through this without you.
Oh, yes, she would. She's got you. She's got her mother.
No, I don't think it's exactly news that BJ and her mother don't exactly see eye to eye over a lot of points. I mean, you know, part of it was Frank, and the other part just comes with the territory of being a teenager and growing up and learning that your parents can't always be what you want them or need them to be. But that's what makes it so hard. BJ and I always had such great communication. And she's out there and I can't reach her.
Well, you better keep trying. Because when this is over, she's going to need her dad more than ever.
That's the problem. He's 3,000 miles and 19 years down the line.
I don't understand.
BJ is not my daughter, Warren. She's Cruz's.
Move out. Isn't that just a little extreme?
Well, there's really no other way around it.
Julie, we could be sequestered to separate rooms, take our meals on trays. Won't be that difficult. We've been married for 40 years.
It'll only be a couple of weeks. You'll survive.
I'm not worried about my survival. But I wonder how well you'll deal with being away from Samantha for any length of time.
Well, I'm not going to be away from Samantha. I thought that we'd move into the guest house at Kelly's, and, you know, Samantha practically grew up there, so it would be like old home week.
But you'll hardly be there. Not in court. You're going to be slogging down the campaign trail.
Oh, I can say the same thing for you.
But at our house, she'll have Rosa and Dad to look after her.
But they're not her mother.
I can't believe that it's my wife, last bastion of liberal sentiment, who is actually asking that question. Does the father have the same rights to a child as a mother? We must do what is best for Samantha.
I hate it when you're right.
Mm-hmm. We'll compromise. You can have her at the weekends.
Oh, boy.
Or you could scrap this entire thing. The trial, separate lives, separate beds. It's up to you.
Hello.
You know better than to call me here.
How did you know it was me?
Who else would be that stupid?
I wasn't being stupid, Ken. I was just bored out of my skull. By the way, did I mention lonely?
There's nothing I can do about it tonight.
Well, there had better be. I've got Sophia's number programmed into my speed dial. All I have to do is just push a button over and over again.
You'd lose your shirt in poker.
As it happens, I'm not wearing anything right now. But, you know, if you'd rather play Scrabble, why don't you find a triple score word for what I'd like to be doing to you in about an hour from now?
Look, I'll see what I can do to get away, but I can't make any promises. All right, bye.
Ken, have you seen the aspirin?
No, have you got a headache?
Yeah, I've got a terrible headache. It feels like a migraine.
Well, if it weren't for your reaction to them, I'd suggest you take one of those herbal tablets. They're great for headaches. My mistake was letting you mix them with alcohol.
I think I could take arsenic right now if it would help my head.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
No, well, you'd say silly things, too, if your head hurt like this. Why don't you... I don't care. I'll try one again. You're right. I won't take it with alcohol, and you're here to be my doctor, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Should I take one, or should I take two?
Oh, you better take two. No, it's okay. It's like you said so yourself. What can happen if I'm here with you, right?
All right, thank you.
There we
Who else knows?
Well, Cruz, of course, and Connor McCabe. Although he swore to me he'd try to keep it out of the trial, I don't know whether or not I believe him. If it were up to me, BJ'd never find out.
Why did you tell me?
Because you love my daughter. And armed with the truth, you can go out there and anticipate the problems, and you can protect her.
It's a tough secret to keep.
Well, I don't know. Jody did a pretty good job of it. Cruz was her best-kept secret for 20 years.
Do you mind me asking you how you feel about this?
Well, it doesn't make a bit of difference to me one way or the other. I mean, biology isn't destiny. And for all intents and purposes, I'm still her father. And I always will be.
Listen, Reese, secrets like this have a nasty way of coming around to haunt you later on in life. Don't you think it may be better if you told BJ now before something ugly happens?
Yeah, maybe. Sometime, but I don't think this is the right time. She already has a lot to deal with.
Okay. I'll respect that. I won't say anything. Do I round out the number of people who know?
Yeah, you and Kelly. You know, Warren, it's so weird. Jody spent one night with Cruz 100 years ago. And think of the number of people's lives it changed.
Oh, this is just beautiful. Kelly, please, thank Sophia for me.
I will. I'm glad you like it.
I love it.
I brought you something, too. I'm going to share it with you. I got these books. I thought maybe it would help you deal with anything that might come up, whatever feelings you have.
Courage to Heal. Conspiracy of Silence. Trauma of Child Abuse. Heroes of Their Own Lives. There's a book inside of me, Kelly. I swear one day I'm gonna write it and I'm gonna put it up on the shelf and leave it there forever. You know, nobody's hero, am I?
You're mine.
Thank you. Kelly, could I ask a favor of you?
Sure.
There's an incest survivors meeting coming up, and Skylar thought it would be a good idea for me to go to it. I just don't know that I could walk in the door by myself.
Do you want me to go with you?
Would you mind?
It would be my privilege. Hi.
Kelly, hey.
How you doing?
Listen, BJ, I'm gonna be taking off. If you need anything.
You know what I need, Dad. Hello?
BJ, it's Julia. I'm going to take your case.
Oh, that is great! It's Julia. She's accepted my case. Excellent! Yes!
Is that Kelly? Yeah. Oh, BJ, will you put her on for a minute? And I'll see you first thing in the morning, so get a good night's sleep. You've got a lot of work to do.
Oh, Julia, thank you. Kelly, she wants to talk to you.
Oh,
okay. Hi.
Cal, I have a huge favor to ask you. What shape is the guest room in?
Well, I guess it looks like my life is starting to break right for me here.
Did you think it wouldn't?
You want the whole list?
Come on.
BJ? Sweet dreams, baby.
Well, of course it's no problem. My house is your house. Though I guess in these circumstances, your house is my house, right? Are you sure you're okay? Well, okay. I just feel like... Okay, Joe, just let me know whenever, all right? Okay, bye-bye. Hi.
Hi.
It's great news for Beach, huh?
Yeah, it is. I hear that Julia's the best. And I really appreciate spending all the time with BJ.
I would have been here sooner, but I had to stop at my mom's. She had an accident last night.
Serious?
No, but it could have been. She had some strange reaction to some pills she took, and then she fell. And Ken wasn't there. He was off at the grocery store. Now, who goes grocery shopping at 10 o'clock at night?
Are you sure of the time?
Sure, I'm sure. Why?
Because I bumped into Ken Mathis last night around 10 o'clock, and it wasn't in the grocery store. It was in the living room of a certain lady friend.
Does this lady friend have a name?
Yeah, you know her. As a matter of fact, Andy Klein. She works for your mom.
What was Ken doing there?
He came by to pick up some papers. The Armani account or something, I guess.
Uh-huh. He didn't mention that. All he said was that he was out shopping, which I thought was very weird, because after 2 hours, he came back with this little tiny grocery bag, you know?
Well, I wouldn't think that that's any big deal, really. I mean, Ken and Andy and your mom, they all work together, don't they?
Yeah, I guess. What were you doing at this lady person's house so late last night?
Why don't we just take one mystery at a time, shall we?
I hate cops.
You love cops.
Don't remind me.
You're too tall. I gotta go.
See ya.
Look what I found, little
Hey, Bean.
Mommy, are you going somewhere?
Gosh, just for a few days.
You're not mad at Daddy, are you?
No, I'm not mad at Daddy. I love Daddy. You know that.
It's good to hear, because Daddy loves Mommy, too, a lot.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to talk to you about something, okay? You may not understand, but Mommy doesn't always understand what she says either. I've got some important work to do, all right? And it's not more important than you are. Okay, it's just different, that's all. And it has something to do with the world that I want for you when you grow up. Hey, I used to have one of these when I was your age. Just got lost somewhere along the way.
Did someone steal it?
Yeah, sweetie, somebody stole it. But I'm gonna get it back for you. So that you don't ever have to give yours up to anyone, not for any reason.
Your Mommy.
Thank you.
Please excuse me, miss. Excuse me, sir. Here is the list of flights to the mainland that you requested.
Thank you, Dreyfus.
Yes, thank you, Dreyfus. Ever so.
Dreyfus, this isn't a flight schedule, it's a fax. It's from your dad.
My
Wait,
error,
hey,
sir.
hey, okay. Thank you. I don't believe this. My dad and Angela are on their way here.
Kelly, it's late.
Yeah, I know. I need a favor, McCabe.
Oh, sure. Oh, how's your mom, by the way?
She's okay. She's why I'm here.
All right, the new husband and a little bag of groceries.
Since when do you ever listen to what I say?
When did we first meet?
Never mind. I was wondering what your impression was of Ken Mathis.
Well, I really wasn't around him long enough to form one, especially under those circumstances.
Well, I have a very bad feeling about him. So I was hoping maybe you could do what you do. Poke into his past a little bit, maybe run a background check. Could you do that?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Okay, you gonna play games with me? I'll go to a private investigator.
Hey, did I say I wouldn't help you? You can't get any more private than the NIB. I just can't go through official channels. It's got to be off the record.
So what do you have in mind?
You want to check Mathis out? Well, you want to do it in his environment where he's comfortable. Catch him off guard. Say his house, have drinks. I'll be your escort. We'll go by, I'll check him out, and I'll give you my opinion.
That's it? That's your master plan? They really send you guys to school to learn how to do this? Are you serious?
Yeah, I graduated first in disarming small talk and undercover cocktail chatter.
Are you sure this isn't just another sneaky way to get me to go out with you?
Hey, what is one drink if it's going to help out your mother?
Well, it's not the drink I'm worried about.
So what are you gonna do?
What would you do if you were me?
Well, I'm assuming that the mature, responsible choice is out of the question, right? So, I guess that you'll probably try to turn the tables on her somehow.
You give that girl an 8.
Dreyfus,
Oh, sir. Sir.
what time do his nibs and the niblet get here?
Within the hour, sir. Do please be so kind. Don't let on that I let the proverbial cat out of the bag.
I won't.
Thank you, sir.
If you go to the front desk right now and you get a room for myself and Miss Lily.
2 rooms. Very good, sir.
1 room will do for our purposes. And you make sure it has a king-size bed.
Ted, you can't. You won't.
I can. And I will.
Samantha asleep?
Before her head touched the pillow.
Well,
You know, this case could be very decisive as to whether or not you win or lose. My judge's seat.
It's not your seat. You're just keeping it warm.
Julia, no one could possibly accuse us of any impropriety if you stayed over 1 more night.
I need to get right to work on this thing with BJ. We have a lot of work to do.
What about our baby in waiting?
He or she will just have to wait a little bit longer.
Tell me we're doing the right thing.
I'm so sorry about the game.
That's all right. Forget about it. How's your headache?
Oh, I'm just floating. It's so nice to be here.
Sophia? Sweetheart? Are you asleep?
It's kind of late to be going out, isn't it, Ken?
BJ, I love you with all my heart. Give me the gun and tell me you love me. Come on.
No! 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 No!
What is it? What? Were you dreaming? Huh?
It wasn't a dream this time, Warren. I think I might have shot Frank.